Prabhu again after a long time. So there is no particular agenda. I just wanted to talk about something that I was going through or that I was thinking of doing, something of that sort. I'm standing on top of my uh, apartment where I'm staying right now, and this is the view. Hope you guys enjoyed. I didn't find any proper light, so I'm just sort of doing this video right here. Love the ambience. I was talking with someone of my age, and so yeah, a couple of finance things came up. We had a little bit of argument, and it was about whether or not someone of our age. I'm 26, so someone of our age should be taking any loan or not, whether or not it is feasible, how do you save taxes, and those sort of things came up. So basically, the argument was that whether or not somebody of our age, or at any age for that matter, should be taking any loan or not, until and unless it's really it's really needed. So you know I always learned from my parents that you should never take loan, you should never take something of your which is at somebody's end. Like I do not know what's that called, but there are people who would rent you some money, and you'd have to give your things, and once you clear those money, you would take your things back. So that's what happens mostly in home loans. So what happens is you take a loan, and if you give your EMI in time with your interest, then you keeping your home with you. If not, then that home is going to be off the bank. The bank is going to take your home, and so yeah, that's what the conversation was, and I had done my share of mistakes in the past. I thought taking a loan, having something is a good idea, which was not. So I take the blame on my name. It was my thing to try, and I always wanted to make the mistake so that I would be able to, be on the clear side of the things, so that I could guide my juniors or my brother for that matter. So he also has and ambition, but that does not necessarily mean that we would have to take a loan to achieve what we really want. So as I said, I have done my share of mistakes. I honestly do not think that it's a good idea to take up loans, at least when you are in your early ages, which is anywhere in your 20s or 30s. And I I follow Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, and as he says that it's fairly important for you when you are young to have some backup, so that you don't rely on your job to do what you want. So you know having that said, I agree that right now I'm paying a portion of my monthly income into the loans, which is not at all feasible. I do not like it, but I had, as I said, I had done my share of mistakes, so that's what I'm paying off. But I honestly think that you'd be more happier if you do not have a um, kind of a baggage that every month you have to pay a certain amount for something. Rather, you could save for that. Let's say people show off with a lot of things. I like before you judge me, I did not do the mistake because I wanted to show off. Rather, it was a family thing. So something my father did, I kind of took that into me, and I'm just paying that amount out. So not just to show off, but it was a need kind of thing. But it was not urgent. But but I made a quick decision, which was wrong, of course, and now I believe it was wrong, so I shouldn't have done that. But any case, so that's what happened, and I honestly think that having not, none kind of baggage with you gives you a better life. You'd be able to live more. You'd be able to in a position. You'd be in a position all the time to do what you want. At the end of the month, right now, I cannot think of going anywhere because I have to pay a certain amount the next month, and I do not know how much it is going to cost. So those sort of things come out, and at our age, I do not really think that it's feasible to do that mistake. So um, a lot of times people think a car is a better option to buy, so they take a car, they take a loan for that, and they pay a certain amount as an EMI. But what happens is they really want to do something else in their life. They do not want to get stuck in a job, but because they have taken the car, now they have to pay the EMI, which is why they have to get stuck in the job as long as the job gives the salary. So they say that salary is the amount they pay you to be stuck where you are, rather not being able to do something which you wanted, which you always wanted. So that's one of the things. And the other thing is that the home loan is also uh, kind of in the same traction. You might have heard nowadays people have started playing with your mind, saying that hey, if you why do you want to give rent when you want when you will own the house in the rent you are paying, and your rent is someone else's EMI, those sort of things. But it's um it's bullshit. Basically, you do not want to get into that notion. They play with your mind, but when you think about it, you are paying the rent, but you know it's not proportional, right? It's not, I mean, it's conditional. It's not something that if you do not pay, then you would have to get into certain things, like banks do a lot of things who people do not pay their EMI and those sort of things. So let's not get into that, you know what I mean. And you do not carry a baggage for 40 years or 20 years for that matter, even if you're paying the higher EMI. For 20 years you would have to be bound to a certain thing which you never wanted to do. Those kind of things are very scary. You should not really be doing that. And I feel that having that, having paid your rent, you can change when you want. You can go to different places at a certain point of time. If you are broken a little bit, then you can just go to a place where your rent is a little bit lower. But when you take a home, there are additional expenses to that as well. You have to maintain the home, the color, the home decor, the interior designing, and everything comes into picture. And that's not really a good thing to do when you do not want to do something, but you are doing just for the sake of the home or for the car or for anything for that matter which you have bought. So I think instead of doing that, it's better to save some money to go on the offense and do what you really want, which is mostly you wanted to start a business, you wanted to do something on your own, not being relied upon the salary or anything. So from that perspective, I really think that it's good not to have any loan. The second question that my friend just had asked is um, let's say you get 15 lakhs a month, 15 lakhs 15 lakhs per annum is your package. So there you'd have to you know there are home loan options which you go for, and then you do not have to pay the taxes. But the argument that I had to do was that you could do, there are a lot of options like fixed deposits and mutual funds and whatnot, where you would get the whole amount, whatever the limit is, you'd get the whole amount exempted from the tax deductions, which you can do, of course. But then, why do you want to go for a home loan which is a baggage for another 20 or 40 years? That does not really make any sense. And I personally have um, liabilities. Not that I'm not financially strong, but I personally have liabilities which are paying off. But I really think that the decisions that I've made early, I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have done those decisions to take the liabilities with me. I thought I would be able to pay off, but eventually things started getting tougher, and it just didn't happen. It never happened that I'd pay the amount off, and it's off my baggage. I do not think about it every day now. It is every day I wake up, kind of I always wanted to do something on my own. Not that it's not good, or I do not have any plan to do, or I did not plan it well or anything of that sort. But every time I wake up, I just think I carry the weightage of paying something off which is on my back. Because of that, I have to be tied up to this job whichever I'm doing. So that's not really something that gives me the satisfaction I wanted. Rather, I wanted to go and do something on my own, even if I'm doing it right now. Because of the baggage, I'd have to focus on the other part of the things as well, which is paying off my debt. So I really think that it's not a good idea. So I think that from my share of mistakes, what I have learned, that's what I shared, and I believe really that at least one of the person would understand this. So do let me know what you think, whether debts are good or not, whether loans are good or not, or whether you should take any loans or not. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but it's just that until and unless you are in a live and die position, don't take any loans. That's what I meant. So do let me know in the comments, what do you think. uh, I think, yeah, I mean, I do not really want anyone to go on the offense because I said so, but I think you'd believe what I'm saying, you'd feel what I'm saying. With that expectation, I'm having this video created. I'll upload this into YouTube, of course. Um, there are a lot of hatred, of course, is coming on my way, but you know what? I really don't care. So, cheers to everyone who have heard this, and thank you if you're going to respond. Do send me a tweet or send me a text. I'd love to have you on my another video I'm planning to do, which is going to be on YouTube for a front to front video, face to face video through Google Talk or something. So yeah, hit me up and I'll connect with you to discuss on this further, if at all you want. And thanks again for your attention, your time which you have given for this video. Thank you. Cheers.